Hey everyone, this is 8.5 sectors. So feel free to pause anytime you need to in this video. There's a little bit of notes getting ready for Tuesday. The first thing we're going to identify is what's called a central angle. That's an angle with a vertex at the circle's center and sides that are radii, which is the plural of radius. So I would call AOB our central angle. Notice that this central angle forms an arc on the outside, just like the arches of the Golden Palace itself, McDonald's. Now, looking at this, an arc is a portion or part of a circle bound by two endpoints, A and B. The arc length is the actual length of this arc. It's a curved feature. It's part of the circumference. Finally, the area enclosed by those is called the sector. We find the area of this sector. It's almost like a pizza pie. Notice that the whole thing is the area of the circle, but we can find the partial part. We call that sector AOB. Now again, we've seen this before with pizza, baseball fields, pie, and pie charts. So on the bottom here, these are different examples of what you might see being asked to do. So we might have to find a semicircle area, which is half of the area of a circle, a quarter circle, which is 1/4. But then we're going to deal with situations of 49 degrees or different degrees that are not these whole numbers, or they might not even tell us the actual degree. So we're going to have to use proportions to figure this out. We're going to see on the next page. So your first step is to find the circumference and area of circle O. You should be able to do this on your own. Try it out before you continue on. Thanks for trying out. Let's see it. You should have gotten that the circumference was 24 pi inches. We know that because, again, the unit is inches. And the area is 144 pi inches squared. Notice area is a squared unit. Now, once we have that, we want to determine what portion of it is contained in the shaded area. So I look here, and I can see it says 60 degrees. Well, 60 over 360 is the same as 1/6 of that circle. So we can make 6 different slices of this size if I kept on drawing in here. So if I can find the total amount of circumference and the total area, we can multiply that by 1/6. So there are two ways to do this. The first way is to set up a proportion. 60 over 360 is equal to the arc length over 24 pi, which is the circumference. If we cross multiply and solve, we end up getting 4 pi. You can also just find that factor of 1/6 because 1/6 the area, multiply that by circumference and get 4 pi. For area, it's the exact same thing, only this time we're putting the area in. Part over whole equals the part of the area over the whole area. If you cross multiply and solve, you get 24 pi, or ends up being 1/6 times 144 is also 24 pi. Again, this is going to be our key skill for tomorrow, so make sure you're writing this down, getting ready to go. Last thing for today, these are all the different proportions we're going to be using in class on Tuesday. So part over whole is your central angle over 360, a full circle, is going to be equal to the arc length over the full circumference, which is going to be equal to the sector area over the total area. So if you want, feel free to try out this bottom part right here. We're going to start off class with this tomorrow anyway, but feel free to try it out. I'll see you guys tomorrow.